Lunchbox is brought to you by Gilbert's 17th Street Grill in Fort Lauderdale.
Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defoe, and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim flam sauce with the awesome bay, with shafafa on the side.
There we are. I think we're alive. And we're live on the air on a special Saturday pop-up edition of the Lunchbox, getting ready to get loaded up onto the Let's Eat South Florida group. Nobody's expecting us. Nobody expected the Spanish Inquisition. But we're with our man, Seth Burger Beast Gonzalez, in his home turf.
Yeah, his
home turf would be the 305 Bird Road Mojo. Is it Mojo or Mojo Doughnuts?
No,
Mojo Doughnuts. That's how much of a gringo I am. Seth, what's going on? How are you?
Here, man, in the middle of our second to last pop up here, Mojo. It's been, kind of busy today. As everyone, I'm sure, I don't know if everyone could hear, but it is kind of loud.
No, when we got the headsets
It actually
on,
sounds great.
these headsets are pretty incredible in that it blocks out the noise. I could actually hear you now because me and my deaf ear, when I first walked in, it was so crowded. Mob scene here. Explain to the people, Burger Beast Gonzalez, and you've been doing this kind of stuff now. The blog started in 2008, right?
Right.
So we're on Sweet 16.
That's amazing.
And then you started doing these food pop-ups because you're a guy, you don't just talk the talk like me, like some bullshit. Oh, sorry. Critic. You actually walk the walk. You come out and you fire up products like the Cruz Diablo burger, like the straight up Burger Beast burger. Smash burgers are your specialty.
Yeah.
And we also have
pre their popularity, of course.
The Black Diablo Perro.
Yeah.
Can you explain to people, I guess, the whole concept of the Cruz Diablo? I know we spoke about it last month when we were at the Visit Lauderdale 954 Burger Month celebration at Lauderdale. But this right here is a picture of your grandfather.
This is my grandfather, Cruz Diablo.
And
he wrestled from the early 1950s to 1959 till Cuba, unfortunately, had to deal with, that schmuck over there. I won't even mention his name. He did wrestle. He trained in Mexico and in Cuba, and he was the top heel. And if you don't know what that means, the villain in Venezuela.
I know a little bit about wrestling.
Yeah, he was the top heel.
Yeah.
So,
and again, this is kind of the tribute is making the Cruz Diablo burger, just a little spicy. And you've been doing these pop-ups, but you say you're going to retire this burger that's only going to be a couple more times.
So you're retiring the burger?
I don't
what are you
believe
retiring?
Well, I mean, in 2000, I started doing the pop-ups in 2017 when I had the museum because I had the opportunity, I had the space. We did not know what we were getting ourselves into doing a pop-up. I mean, the first time we did it, we didn't take into account wind, and grease went all over the place at the casino. We had to wipe everything down. It was a giant nightmare. At Mojo, we're indoors. This is the Mojo Doughnuts on Bird Road in Westchester. This is the neighborhood I grew up in.
Is this the original Mojo?
No, the original is Pembroke Pines.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
It's
Sean
actually
Mayfield opened the original Mojo Doughnuts.
Yep, and I got myself a little dessert here. I'll bring back to Val.
Yeah,
you can't leave without one of their great donuts.
I also like to integrate other people that I'm friends with. We have, Redlands Guava. They're here.
I sampled some of that product. It's a guava marmalade that you could put basically on anything.
The native guy, all his different honeys. His honeycomb is here.
He's got honeycomb. He's a bee guy. And you can see I'm decked out like a NASCAR driver today. I got stickers on my shirt.
Asking, what is going on with Mayo?
I got stickers on my face. I've got the Burger Beast little burger flat top cap there. Like I think I'm working at
we also have the Black Diablo Perro, which has Offsite, which are in Little River. This is their hot dog.
Offsite is a place that makes burgers and hot dogs and like
chicken sandwich. Yeah,
and they make their own.
They make their own dog. Yeah, that's right.
And I was so freaking hungry as we were getting loaded up here. And first I started off with the great coffee here that they have.
I would not say
I
that.
needed some caffeine. You know what? It's perfectly fine. I drink my coffee black, and it's.
You know what you call that? Mentirosa.
Liar.
Well, I
called you liar female.
And then we got some of the food from the pop-up menu, and it's going on today till 5 p.m. So if anybody's out there in the neighborhood in the 305, You can meet the beast himself. I'll be out here. Lubie's on the headset.
I'm here.
We're working Saturday. We're not Sherma Shabbos today. I think we're now working 7 days a week. Tomorrow we'll be at Chick-fil-A promoting Project 2025.
Jesus, good for you.
I'm going in. I'm so
Go
freaking
ahead.
hungry. I already
Go
kind
and
of
try.
I
You need to
performed-
try that.
I am, of
because
course.
it's Saturday and I'm
Well, I never
Jewish.
had-
I performed the
this is
circumcision on this hot dog. I just ate the tip. And this looks like a very Miami hot dog. Can you explain why I gobble it down? What is on this?
So the hot dog is the counterpart to the Cruz Diablo. It has crispy onions, jalapenos. It has the guava sriracha ketchup, and then it has the Cruz Diablo spiciest sauce. It does not have cheese.
No
it's-
pineapple.
So no, absolutely no pineapple.
It's not
But
Colombian.
the reason it's called Black Diablo and not Cruz Diablo is because there was a trading card set that came out in Mexico in 1966, and for some reason, my grandfather's name on the trading card is Black Diablo,
Wow.
not Cruz Diablo. I have no idea why. There's no explanation. We don't know why. So I figured the one item that is not a burger should be called the Black Diablo.
Oh, okay. And the dog itself, again, a house-made dog
fantastic.
from off-site, which is
That's a
really
great
good.
hot dog.
You can tell the difference between kind of like the commercial and as
Well-
good as Hebrew National and Nathan's. With
What
the
has almost a
natural casing
sausage
is.
flavor though? Like it's a more of a smoky,
Right.
stronger flavor.
When you make your own hot dogs and you kind of fill the casing yourself, you really get that that true. Is this an all beef dog or?
Yeah.
It
I was
is.
going to ask. Okay, it is always
Tastes
wow. That's
great.
really good.
And you know
for
this
hot dogs.
hot dog is violating a lot of my core principles.
So that's a bunch of crap on it. Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
only a bunch of crap, it's basically a ketchup flavored with guava.
Yeah,
So
better.
it's two things I usually hate in general, particularly on my hot dogs, ketchup and fruit. And yet here I am devouring it
it's
because not
delicious.
only am I hungry, but it's freaking delicious.
No, it's
and,
delicious.
And this is what I think my lesson to everybody out there today,
All right.
as I get on my soapbox, is don't be confined by the narrow parameters of your upbringing,
Yes.
of nostalgia,
Nostalgia.
of your mind, of the food police, of what you think food should be or what belongs and doesn't belong. Just eat it, and if it tastes good, keep eating
Enjoy
it.
it,
And that's what I'm
exactly.
going to do. Burger
Now, let
Beast.
me ask
I'm
you-
losing my head.
No, I'm
and my
glad.
cat.
I'm glad you said that. But let me ask you a question.
No,
You just told me a little while ago you refused to try the guava.
Well, you just had guava.
I can't talk right now. No.
So okay, so you're retiring pop-ups from this location, right?
Right.
Will we still have the Cruz Diablo burger?
Yes.
And what is the future for Burger Beast and his pop-ups?
You know, here and there. I'm not going to open a restaurant. That's what everyone asks me. And
You tried
It's
to.
just too
not-
much.
He's had his hand in restaurants before.
yeah, listen. Burger Beast is more like a roving entity. Now, maybe a roving pop-up scenario where I'm.
Food truck.
Okay.
Are you considered food trucks?
Remember when the food truck thing started down here? I was doing a lot of the events.
He's a food truck curator. He's done events.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Guinness World Record original for the food trucks. Yeah. But listen, I don't want to do a food truck.
Okay.
We've done tons of events, and
Or you do caterings and stuff too, right? Like I knew
yeah,
guys-
you know, we've been asked that. We're doing an event in Fort Myers with the burgers in November at a
you and your wife
festival.
Marcella, you guys do a lot together.
Right.
You're out there.
Yeah,
Well,
so
no, your events that you have, whether it's like a burger,
that you bring
what do you-
lettuce and tomato to. Yes,
that lettuce. Okay, it's official. You know, Jeff Defoe DeForest always calls me insufferable. Some people call me an a-hole.
Man,
I
both-
do like to stir the pot, and
he does too, though.
Beast over here, he gets me. We've been
Yeah.
doing
Yeah,
this
he's
for
the
almost
king
10
of it.
years now.
Listen, my nickname is Nicest Asshole. All right.
And mine is not so nice.
Yours is just asshole.
But he's notorious for just despising any kind of vegetable. Well, actually, tomatoes are fruit, and ketchup
No, I
is
don't have an
made
issue.
from
I don't have an
tomato.
issue with tomato. And
Okay, he just has an issue with lettuce.
The lettuce. He's
I won't
so
even
lettuce
tell you, I
guy.
had saw a burger with lettuce, but I have not posted about it because I'm on the fence.
So he invites me, kind enough to think that I actually have some sort of like, palate or merit in terms of judging competitions. And one of his first burger, not one of his first ones, but one of his burger. What do you call those events? It was a burger.
Competition?
It was the
The hamburger house party.
hamburger
Oh, that
house
thing
party.
is so fun. Holy crap. that
And
thing
he's
is
got
great.
like 20 different burgers from everywhere. And I show up for the judging competition with a big bag of shredded lettuce.
And he shows it off on stage, of course.
Yeah. Well, I tossed it up like confetti when we were giving out the awards. I thought it was amusing. I never heard from him for another year and never got invited back to judge. So, I ended up realizing the error of my ways.
You'll notice I'm a masochist, and I always go back to things I hate.
Yeah, no, even though we were feuding viciously last year because I apparently wouldn't let you get a word in edgewise and made you fetch my hot dogs just down the block at Arbetter's. Hey, by the way, you got 1.8 mil? Let's buy Hot Dog Heaven up in Fort Lauderdale, and we could really put this on permanently. I just got to hit a couple of pick sixes or pick fives, but no comment.
Hey, this is Nika Eddie. He thinks he knows everything.
Okay, there we go. Meanwhile, it's great down here because I've run into a bunch of people, again, friends of Beast, far and wide, and people came out to support. Gretchen is a publisher and editor of the Edible South Florida magazine, which is a very, again, if you like food and like the local food scene, for all those of you on the Let's Eat South Florida group, you should also try to check out Edible South Florida. It's available at various farmers markets and places. It's free.
Next issue comes out actually next week, and I wrote the cover story. It's called Hot Dogs in South Florida, mostly in Miami history, but I do mention Hot Dog Heaven, and I talk a little bit about the history. My mother's chili recipe's in there.
Oh, wow.
Which is very important because at first my mom didn't want to give me the recipe, and when I told her it was going in print, and then she was excited. So it says Big. My mom's nickname is Big Red, so it's Big Red's Chili.
Okay, I see the next pop-up coming. I see a Big Red Chili Dog pop-up coming.
We're doing a launch party at Offsite for it in a couple of weeks.
Oh, wow.
And Big Red's Chili will be on the menu at the launch party.
For those of you who want to keep up with the latest in Burger Beast world, go onto his website or IG account, and that's burgerbeast.com, and the IG is @BurgerBeast, not Mr. Beast. We can't mention that name here, and here I go.
There's ongoing litigation.
Listen,
I'm going back into the asshole.
You can mention him all you want, but you
can't say it.
His lawyers probably don't want me to mention it.
So you can't say it, even though they're all feuding with each other. That whole empire is imploding. His garbage burgers, you can't say it. I can. All those stupid internet YouTube followers. This is the man you want to follow when it comes to burgers.
Are you kidding?
Well, you got to try these before this close starts going.
All right, here we go. I'm going to cut it in half.
I know you tried the cruise, but
I'm going to cut it in half. And we are here at Mojo Doughnuts. Why do I say? Because when I'm in the 305, I think
Mojo's the Spanish version.
I think they're like marinated in like citrus
marinade.
and all that. But no, these are great donuts. But we've got look at this. I'm gonna cut it first so that like Lubie doesn't get weirded out by me touching his half.
And the South Florida Mojos are run by Jimmy Piedrita, who him and I went to school since 7th grade.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Nice.
And just like Maxed Out Donuts, Max and I were elementary school
Max
friends.
Santiago.
Yeah,
good. One of the finest bakers in town.
Yeah.
And he has a new donut shop or cookie shop. It's Maxed Out Donuts.
No.
Yep. And he had he still has a hand
Did
in
you want any? I don't know
Blueprint cookies. I think he's
I can make those
at
home.
I know. He may be hungry. I don't know.
Describe the Cruz Diablo burger again.
3.5 ounce smash, double American cheese, crispy onions, jalapenos, and the Cruz Diablo spiciest sauce. And just one last thing, the beef blend. When I used to have my burger museum, we had a lot of old cookbooks and recipes, and I had the Walgreens cookbook from their luncheonettes. So the beef blend is the recipe from the lunch counters from Walgreens from the 1940s.
Wow. Do our friends up there in Deerfield make that, or is that another?
Yes, Sunshine Provisions, absolutely, man. I only what do you say? I only fuck around with those people.
We're working blue and rated R today because it's a Saturday. Sorry, Gretchen, the Gretchen of South Florida Sun Sentinel, not Edible South Florida. That's a mighty tasty burger. Now, you know my feelings about smash burgers, right?
Right.
When I look for the rare bits, there are none.
What you're going to find on mine, every once in a while, a little meat dingleberry might fall off.
No, the dingleberry. I think I just got one.
Over the floor.
3.5, is that total or times 2? Because it's a double patty. So
3.5 times 2.
So we got 7 ounces of specialty Burger Beast blended beef right here on this Diablo burger. And I like the zing.
Yeah.
Very good zing. It got to Lubie. He's already reaching into the cooler and grabbing a water and hopefully not knocking over knocking out wires. I think, is this thing actually working today? This is like a miracle. It's the miracle of Shabbat. And very mighty tasty burger. I don't think I had one of these at the last one. I think I just had. No. I had.
Listen,
we
Mike at Sunshine and I go way back to when I met them at Charm City, and he used to work at a couple other companies like
Which is a
Halford.
great
He does
place,
it,
yeah.
and then so he's always worked on the blends for me whenever we do the pop-ups. But when I told him I have this recipe from a cookbook, I believe the only person who uses this beef blend other than me is Jose Andres.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Good
so
for you.
so
Look, we've talked about smash burgers with you, without you. I lean to wanting a big hunk of meat,
yeah,
but
that sounded horrible.
that's in the bedroom and on the table. But the smash burger, the way you do it, it's not overdone. You do mix a nice blend of flavors.
Well,
That's why I really love the Diablo.
you got. I'm going to call it right here and tell you that it's gonna be smoked burgers are the next thing. Smash burgers. I say smoked burgers. Someone's smoking, maybe just to sear on the outside. That's the next big thing. I personally, if I was going to start doing something different, I would do smoked burgers.
Smoke burger.
I would smoke them. We're only doing 50 a pop-up, whatever it is.
Smoke them
thick,
if you got them.
Thick.
Oh, really thick. Okay.
Yeah. We do like
Like to
medium.
smoke something
thick in
like
the
that,
middle.
I mean.
Yeah.
So
You gotta try this one
You're
before I
probably
get
gonna slap me, but
Yeah.
you know what? This is really good. But you know what it needs?
Don't say it.
Guava ketchup,
I was going to say a little bit of ketchup.
and that would
actually.
be known as the.
the guava starch ketchup. But you
the
could
El
have,
Hijo, right.
but you didn't want to fight with El Hijo. So the the Burger Beast is named after me. The Cruz Diablo is named after my grandfather, and then El Hijo de Cruz Diablo is
Right.
named after my father, which means El Hijo means the son.
And
So this is the Burger Beast. This is the original burger we've been doing since 2017.
But this doesn't. Oh, this does have the guava sriracha ketchup on it.
This has guava sriracha ketchup. It has bread and butter pickles. I don't know if that's
Oh, I love
you
the bread and butter
offended to you?
pickles. Yes,
and then
absolutely.
minced onions.
Okay, I'm
For
going
those
in.
who don't know what I mean, we're not dicing onions. I'm talking like the little dehydrated McDonald's style.
Oh, okay.
onions.
Now,
I was going to say grilled onions is not my favorite thing, but
Now, I made the mistake of having a quarter pounder and cheese after a late night at the poker tables this past week, and I really punished myself.
Why are
Do
you
you know-
cutting it? What little baby game are you playing?
No,
with?
take the whole thing.
Come
Um,
on.
This looks like good quality meat. What happened at McDonald's for a while? Weren't they upgrading their game? The quarter pounders with cheese were supposed to be like made fresh on the grill.
The
With
quarter
fresh
pounders
meat.
are.
Not
They're
the one I
supposed
had
to-
the other night.
I
It
know
was
because
such a,
they get lazy.
It was a rancid
They're
degradation.
supposed to make the quarter pounders to order.
Not at 2:30 in the morning.
Right.
That thing was sitting there all night, and it
I
was
bet.
horrendous. And
I had chicken nuggets the other day for yeah, they've been there. They've seen better days. That's for sure.
oh, this is delicious.
this is fantastic.
Yeah, those little diced up onions and the guava ketchup.
Have you ever cooked with minced onions? You know how they come? They come in they're powder.
Really?
You just pour them into water and they grow. It's like sea monkeys. It's
Oh,
a sea monkey
Jesus,
version
are
of
you
it.
serious?
Yeah. They're dehydrated onions. Yeah.
I don't know if that.
don't think
What happened
better
is
or worse, but-
2 years ago we went on a road trip. We were cooking we were doing pop-ups in other cities. We were in Fayetteville, North Carolina, Rhode Island, Detroit, Indianapolis, Memphis,
Oh, wow.
Houston, and I was trying to simplify our burger. We would dice onions at every pop-up before we got there, and then we would smash them into the patty. And I was like, listen, this is a gigantic nightmare to be on the road taking a bunch of onions. Then I was like, now we're gonna have to stop and buy onions in every city. So I was like, let's pull this back. Let's do the little, the little White Castle onions, the little
I
McDonald's
was going to
onions.
say
It's
You
you know what,
know-
it works.
Yeah.
Then it brings you back to the nostalgia of the White
I was
Castle
gonna
and
say-
the McDonald's.
as someone
And-
from South Florida, even though you have your issues with the other castle, I grew up loving that place. My parents grew up going there.
No, I like
And
Royal
this
Castle. I think that
has-
they're just
White
all
Castle.
over the place.
Oh,
No,
you
Royal
like
Castle.
Royal
I
Castle?
know White Castle. I'm
No,
from
no.
South Florida. My
I'm a
parents are
Brooklyn
from.
guy.
My dad went to Shenandoah High School. My mom is from South Beach, like the old South Beach. We're Miami people. We're South Florida people. Royal Castle is what I grew up on. Love Royal Castle, and this does feel like the combination almost of the Cruz Diablo and a Royal Castle burger. This sort of feels.
It's great.
Yeah,
You know,
we're thinking
you-
about launching a new burger named the Lubie burger.
Oh,
and it's
geez.
going to be minced onions, pickles, and the Cruz Diablo sauce.
And no mayo.
No
That's
mayo.
a-
Absolutely
no
no
mayo.
mayo. And it's going to say no mayo on capital.
It's
You
just
could
gonna
also-
say no mayo.
I think you could create the I'll say it, the insufferable asshole burger. Shredded lettuce.
No, but they might think
mayo.
that they're going to think my
He's
ego's so
about
giant.
you.
I'm naming 2 things about myself.
Well, you've done it again, Beast. It's a successful pop-up. I love the way that your crowd comes out to support you.
every
I think
every
any of them
pop-up my
like raw
parents are here.
oysters because we've got an event coming up, and I don't know if do you eat oysters on the half shell?
Do I look like I eat raw oysters?
No.
Do I look like I eat? What are the oysters that are the oysters that are cooked
Grilled,
with butter,
fire, grilled.
grilled with butter? Those I do.
Okay,
eat.
I'm gonna say
Oh,
you
the
made
broil-
those
the,
are fire.
grilled
grilled
oysters.
Yeah.
No, we're doing an event next month. We are co-presenting with our friends at Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival.
Yes, love them.
The at Even Keel Fish Shack, Lauderdale by the Sea, which is a place you've been mentioning you want to come to. So
Yes,
I'm
I could go there and have a burger.
They
Well,
do
they're
have
open. They'll be
by the
open.
way, they have
They'll be doing
they
the full
have a
brunch. Their
great
brunch is
double
fantastic.
smash burger.
Yep.
Excuse me, it got to me. Great double smash burger with also made by Sunshine Provisions,
Yeah.
and they
So
have
when
a
you come-
great
smart
sauce.
people, obviously smart
Well,
people.
come out. We'll
Brad
get
and
you a
Dave
burger.
are great.
What day of the
and
week is it? I don't work
It's
that
going to
day.
be a Saturday,
It's a Saturday.
Saturday, August 10th, from 1 to 4 p.m. And I want everybody who
No, August
here's-
10th. Oh no, that's when
That's
I'm
your
here.
last
That's my
one.
last pop up.
That's
Oh,
your last
okay.
pop-up. Yeah.
Shoot.
What
we have
time?
a
What time
conflict.
is it at?
We're doing 1 to 4 p.m. kind of.
It's right there.
Which is
We're
weird.
competing with you.
I was going to
so-
invite you if you wanted to take part. I'm putting together a oyster eating competition. Whoever can eat 60 oysters, 5 dozen oysters within 5 minutes, or the most oysters consumed within 5 minutes, will be awarded the a new belt. The title. Well, it's actually going to be. We're calling it Pearl Jam by the Sea
I saw that
because we've got oysters and unlimited raw oysters, unlimited sparkling wine beverages. And for the VIP people, if you spend a little bit more, you get a seat at the bar. You get a split of genuine French Tattinger champagne, and you also get an entree choice from the brunch lunch menu at Even Keel. Again, it's right at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard. For tickets, go online to vlfoodwine.com. Again, that's vlfoodwine.com or eventbrite.com, and just do a search for Even Keel oysters, and it'll pop up. And we're going to have a great time. It's 1 month, 4 weeks from today, and we want to see everybody out there. And even if you're not an oyster lover,
Well, the Keel
they'll
will
be
open.
having their regular brunch menu available. But for those who are into it,
Yeah, it's a great
and
deal.
we're featuring a new specialty product, oysters that are farmed and raised here in Florida out on the I guess
Sebastian
Treasure
Inlet.
Coast Sebastian Inlet. Really good oysters. You can't get a better deal than unlimited bubbly and oysters all afternoon. You could eat and drink to your heart's content. Again, vlfoodwine.com with our friends at Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival. All right, let's take a break, and then
Yeah,
we'll
we
chat
can-
a little more, and
we
then
can
we'll.
wrap up.
I see.
Oh, these Keita's here.
He's trying to kill me. The way he loves lettuce. People who know me and my gastrointestinal maladies know that I cannot consume kernels of corn, but I can consume smoked brisket on top.
There you go.
So we'll do that on this special Shabbat edition of the Lunchbox from Mojo Doughnuts after these words. Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me. I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks, they're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 in the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Do you like burgers? Do you like wings? Do you like late night food and sports on big screen TVs and cold beer and friendly vibe and great people? Then you want to check out Shenanigans, 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. Go to Shenanigans, you get yourself all the good stuff, the fresh fish every day, the black and grilled wings, and of course the kitchens are open late. Go there, tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. One of the best restaurants in Broward, J&C Oyster in downtown Hollywood. At 2035 Harrison Street, this place is fantastic and worth a drive. It's got creative, cutting-edge seafood and more with an Asian twist and gorgeous cocktails. Chefs Raheem Seeley and Monica Dominguez cut their teeth at some of Miami's best restaurants. Don't miss some of these fantastic dishes, including grilled oysters, fried chicken, and the Thai red curry crab. Open Wednesday through Sunday for dinner with daily happy hour and outdoor seating. Go to jncoyster.com for reservations and information. Tell them Mike Mayo's Lunchbox sent you. Are you looking for a good New York style slice? How about lunch specials for under $9 that come with garlic rolls and a fountain drink? I'm talking about Stromboli Pizza Kitchen in the Fountains of Plantation, 801 South University Drive. Since 1987, it's been home to Brooklyn-style pies and slices, heroes and paninis, pastas, and all your Italian-American favorites. It's got the unpretentious vibe of the pizza places of my youth with daily specials, family dinners, outdoor seating, eat-in, carry-out, or delivery. Open 7 days a week. Go to Stromboli'sPizza.com to place your order today.
All right, we're back on the special Saturday pop-up edition with Burger Beast Seth Gonzalez at his pop-up at Mojo Doughnuts on Bird Road. I don't know the address. What is it?
8870.
8870
It's right
Bird
down the
Road.
street from our better. So it's
Right
above our
down the
Betters.
street from Tropical Park.
And Tropical Park, yep.
Today's the day you could actually get on the Palmetto and maybe make it
It
home
wasn't bad, yeah.
in less than 3 hours.
Gretchen from Edible South Florida was just what would you call that?
What?
Stalker, being a little stalker.
Stalker?
Right there.
Did you want to come?
Just
Well,
walked up.
we're going to do some stuff with Gretchen and feature her when the new fall edition comes
She's
out.
my favorite. I'm sorry. I don't
And,
want to
and
hurt your
Gretchen is
feelings.
good. No, I was having a good chat with her before, and we're going to be doing some work. I might even contribute a piece to them
There you go.
about the Fort Lauderdale food scene and the underground food scene, like the hidden gems of Broward County, which is mainly along State Road 441 and all those little mom and pops and what they call ethnic eateries, but that's where the rents are cheaper and you don't get the big touristy crowds and you get some real good food at real good prices. All right, I'm going to tease you mercilessly? Yeah. Or unmercifully. Okay. I cannot eat the corn, but this is called the Farmhouse Barbecue Esquite. Is that,
Esquite.
am I pronouncing
Esquite,
it right?
correct,
Don't
yeah.
worry about my cap. It's got beautiful shredded brisket on top with some pickled onions. And look what I found. It's some dainty little,
Parsley.
it's these micro herbs, do they call these? Or micro greens? What the heck is going on?
Well, I mean, sometimes things fall through the cracks.
I think somebody's getting fired in the Beastland tonight.
No. I mean, Farmhouse Barbecue's back there making this. So,
Okay.
I mean, like, I can't control what they're doing.
Okay. So you're disavowing.
Passing the buck.
No, but I'm never going to work with them again. No, I'm just kidding.
He's disavowing any and all knowledge of these tiny little. They're so cute and they are tasty
And it
and
is
they
good
go
for
with
you.
the
Yes,
smoked
they're actually very
brisket.
good for you.
The parts that I am
Also, I
able
hope-
to consume.
I hope they were rolling around in corn.
Now, I'm one of those. Just touching the corn is not an issue for me. I don't have a problem with cross contamination. It's actually consuming the little kernels of corn. And I figured out what my problem was earlier this week. I know it's been keeping you up at night, Lubie.
Yes, yeah, great deal.
I consumed a whole little package of the watermelon because it was BOGO at Publix. You know, the little
And that's crazy
watermelon-
too. You can't eat watermelon.
chunks because these supposedly seedless watermelon, talk about like
Oh,
fraud.
the seeds.
They all have these little white seeds and sometimes the black seeds. And
Yeah.
if I eat one or two little chunks of it, I'm fine. But I was hungry and it was my
You're
lunch
pounding.
one day. I had like a whole container, like a pound of watermelon.
Oh,
and
Jesus.
enough of these little seeds accumulate that eventually causes me to stress.
Yeah.
Today, I'm finally feeling a little bit. Yesterday, I was really hurting the last few
So
days.
now you're gonna eat corn.
I'm not going to eat corn. I'm eating the smoked brisket.
Look, you should take the brisket. Let him take the little cup. The poor man is, the poor Lubie is suffering.
I'm tasting it. The corn.
He's gonna-
the
he's
corn's really. See, me and my
I'm
wife,
waiting for him to drop. I'm
Meanwhile-
going to do a corn count on the floor over here.
we're
These
big-
microherbs,
that's
the microherbs are so good. I mean, when you consume them by
Only Mayo,
yourself,
in the middle of this whole thing, finds a little green and has to just talk about how amazing it is because it's the nicer
because
touch.
that's my nature.
I don't know. I'm a big Mexican street court fan, and they did a great job. Everything here we've had so far is fantastic.
BurgerBeast.com. That's where you find out. Not only do you get events, pop-ups, information about that, you're going around town and you're sniffing out the best new places,
What is it?
places to find
Let me-
comfort food.
We always talk about your favorites, and a lot of time we stay with the standbys. We love Gilbert's. We love some of the other places.
There's my boss behind us.
Yeah, that is definitely the boss. She may be all our boss, honestly.
Marcella,
we always
Marcella, come here.
need to say hi to the
She's busy.
Yeah.
lovely and talented Marcella.
Is there new?
How's it that she's doing all the work and running around? You're just sitting
This
here
is what he
chatting
always
with
does.
us.
But he gets away with it. So what are there new burger? We always talk about your favorite, the best,
Right.
or new burger places in South Florida. I know you're a Miami guy, but you get outside of Miami.
Well, recently last month for National Burger,
Or
well, not
even
last month, 2 months
even
ago.
outside of Florida, because I know you travel.
Oh my God, man! Don't get me
Any
started.
burger types of burgers?
Like NFA
Trends.
Burger's really great in Atlanta. I've known Billy. He used to do pop-ups many years. He was a burger blogger like me. Then he started doing pop-ups. He opened in a gas station in Atlanta, it's just outside Atlanta at Dunwoody, and he's killing it. He's been named by a few sources as the best burger.
How
in
about your
San
old buddy George Motes? Like getting
George
2
Motes?
stars in the New York Times with his Hamburger America place that he opened in Greenwich Village in
Listen,
Manhattan.
it's very important that I bring this up because everyone talks about the smash burgers and everyone talks about the Oklahoma onion burgers. No, and those burgers have been around since the 30s and 40s, but no one cared about that burger until George Motes made it a thing.
And
And
he
I want to
started-
be clear because there's a lot of people out there taking claim when they have no business. George Motes, Hamburger America in New York. If you're in New York, go try it.
He's killing it
that's
now.
the
He
real deal.
started off in Brooklyn with like a little pop-up, right? And
Well, during the pandemic, he started.
Out of
He had
his
the
house?
burger slide,
at his
and
house.
out of his apartment, he was sliding down the slide to people waiting by the fence.
Oh, he was sliding.
Yeah, he
oh,
was
not
cooking.
sliding
He was
burgers.
He was sliding the burgers. He was
He's
cooking.
like the bigger, not him.
He
Yeah.
was cooking the burgers in his house and then wrapping them and sliding them down.
It was
I
like
guess you wouldn't have to touch each other.
And I want to say, I know this sounds crazy, but I want to say the Smithsonian took the slide.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure.
That's
Yeah, no,
crazy.
he's-
This guy's a friend of yours.
he's a serious burger historian and now, burger chef, restaurateur. And that place, I couldn't believe, Pete Wells, the critic from the Times, just loved it. And
Yeah.
he gave it 2 stars, which in Times land is like,
No, I don't even.
it's like, he works on a 4-star scale. But anybody who gets a review with even 1 star, it means the place is doing something really well. And it's not like Yelp, like when you get 2 stars in the Times,
doesn't
it
mean-
means people start lining up for days to
Okay,
check
let
it
me
out.
ask you this: as 2 guys who don't get to Miami a lot, what's a place, burger or otherwise, because we talk all foods here, that you would say we need to check out?
In
The
Miami,
Miami area that you.
well, without a doubt, if you don't come to Miami, at Miami often, there's a lot of regional burgers, right? We just talked about the Oklahoma onion burger. There is a thing down here called the frita cubana. It was street food in Cuba in the 20s and 30s, right up until the person who I said shall not be named,
yeah.
put it pretty
Took
much a
off.
stop to all that. It made its way into Miami in the early 60s, predominantly known for being out of Little Havana. But
Right,
it's spread. It's now-
Cayocho,
there's
but
a lot of places now all over the United
Right,
States
like
who are
I just-
doing them.
I'm sorry, but I
Yeah,
drove
no.
by coming in from the turnpike on the west side, and I see there's a location of El Rey de las Fritas.
Yes, and they're
on
they're
Bird
sitting
Road.
right there.
Oh, they're there. Okay, right. We met, and let me just again sing praise to you because you bring out all the culinary luminaries
Yeah.
in town. I walk in here, and who's here? Michelin starred winning chef Michael Beltran, who not only operates Ariette, where I had a great meal with Val 2 weeks ago. And he started that probably 7 years ago. I wrote a nice review in the Sun Sentinel when I was doing that. And the place since then, it's just been like growing and building, and now it's been Michelin star awarded
He was
3
just
years
here
in a row.
chilling, eating.
He's here chilling, and his wife is about to deliver a baby. Is that their first? Or-
Yes. yes.
So I mean,
and
mazel
they're here
tov
eating burgers.
to the
at-
Beltrans.
I'm not only a giant fan of his, but I'm a fan of his other location,
Right.
Chugs.
Chug's Diner, which is his kind of comfort food. He opened up a few years later. So and he's a guy I love and respect because he's locally born, classically trained, worked at some high-end places. I think Michael's Genuine and Norm Van Aiken's place. And then he brought all those skills to bear along with his local, some of the stuff, the soul food, makes it high-end and killing it at Ariette, and then doing more of the comfort, accessible, everyday food at Chug's Diner. And I talked to him. He also does podcasting. He's very heartfelt about supporting the business, people in the business, mental health of chefs and industry types. And I'm hopefully this fall we will have a sit down and go to Chug's Diner and do a lunchbox with Mike Beltran.
Burger Beast has someone he wants to introduce.
This is
we got
Jimmy Piedrahita, owner of the Mojo Doughnuts.
And Mojo,
here.
thank you for having
nice.
us out. You guys always We're good.
Yeah.
Can pop on the headset. He just wanted to say hi. You guys do a great job. We love you at the stadium.
Big
Love
fans.
you at the up in the
The
original
Broward
Temple.
locations, big fans.
Yeah, all good. And I got mine for later. I got my blood work done yesterday.
I have to
The
get
sugar
mine.
is hanging in.
I can't leave without donuts. You're like stressing me out. I'm like, I don't even know which one to pick. There's like 14 that are
I
nuts.
got the creme brulee. It's very nice and understated. I like it. It's beautiful. Thank you.
you.
I will enjoy that later on. And yes, for everybody who cares about it, the
Mojo
blood work
Doughnuts.
numbers came in. My cholesterol, this is a miracle. The miracle of Burger Beast pop-up Shabbos. My cholesterol is down 50 points from my last blood work 3 months ago. The drugs are working. We're down in
You still eat normal.
we're into
but
the
drugs are working.
160s. And the sugar, the A1C still needs a little work, but I've been falling off the wagon since birthday month and all the stress in my life. It's a jungle out there, piece. But all right, enough about me. How about what's I love the way that also that how do you meet up and find these people? Like the Red Leg Guava people and the bee people, the native guy.
This is the way it works here, right? All maniacs tend to congregate towards each other.
Well,
Here we
Yeah.
And then you meet him, and then it's great. Let's
Nick-
give some plugs here. The native guy who is
Nick,
he's got
he's Nick. He's right here. Nick.
yeah,
Bolfo.
Nick. Okay, so he's got some of his honeys and his honeycomb. He's raising bees, pollinating bees. Is he down in the Redlands as well, or is
No,
he?
he's not. But I know all the honey is from the state of Florida. So
Okay.
it's all, yeah.
And I think his website is thenativeguy.com. Yes, there it is, right there. Nativeguy.com, and then we've got the Redlands and
The king of the
guava-
maniacs.
the guava marmalade, which
Yeah, that is
also
Redland
freaking
guava.
ridiculous.
Redland. He's got a
Which-
farm down in the Redlands.
and-
He does guava and mango, which I think he might be out
Oh,
of
he
the
has
mango.
a mango one. Oh,
I think he
my
might be
God.
out of the mango.
yeah, and he's again a farm down in Redland where they sell it. I don't know if he has availability online, but he comes around to pop-ups and farmer markets and things like that.
Or
So,
I have to beg him to come.
okay.
And then he shows up 5 minutes late.
So we got all kinds of good stuff here. Are we going to do one more break and then wrap it up? Or what do you
can.
want to do? Yeah,
That
let's
works.
get in some more words for commercial sponsors, and maybe we could throw this on a lazy day when we want to go out to the track or something like that.
Sounds good. We
right, we'll
are
be
here
back
at
more.
Mojo Doughnuts for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox Burger Beast Pop-Up Spectacular.
From a scratch kitchen, delicious drinks and house-made spirits from a craft bar. A great vibe inside and out with a spacious patio. I'm talking about Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap, Fort Lauderdale, in the heart of the city at 525 North Federal Highway. It's open 7 days for lunch, dinner, and weekend brunch with classics like fried chicken and waffles and shrimp and grits, and creative items like pecan-crusted salmon and a fried green tomato BLT. And the drinks? Smooth sipping and so good. There's convenient free parking and a garage next door, happy hour at the bar, an entire patio, 4 to 7 Monday to Friday, and live music every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's pet and people friendly and with cozy fire pits for when the temperature dips. For reservations and more information, go to batchsouthernkitchen.com. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, and also now with a new location on Las Olas Boulevard. Those are my spots. Upscale food in a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. Best restaurants in South Florida? Casa D'Angelo is always at the top of my list. First class dining, top flight service, elegant atmosphere, and chef founder Angelo Ilia is legendary. The flagship in Fort Lauderdale has been serving the finest Italian cuisine since 1997, with other locations in Boca Raton and Aventura. As Angelo himself says, they have an unwavering commitment to unparalleled quality with meticulous attention to details. It's so good with house-made pastas, pristine seafood, unique meats like elk chops and bison, and seasonal specialties including fragrant fresh truffles from Italy. All locations open 7 days for dinner. Reservations recommended for a special occasion or any occasion. Casa D'Angelo. Tell them Mike Mayo sent you. If you're looking for an exquisite sushi experience, Kaizen Sushi Bar and Grill in Fort Lauderdale is the place to go. 5640 North Federal Highway, just north of Commercial Boulevard. Chef owner Hui Lam, he's a sushi savant, slicing and serving pristine fish and seafood flown in directly from Japan and around the world. Nigiri, sashimi, special rolls, and omakase dinners. He's ruined me from going anywhere else. It's that good. Open 7 days for dinner and also for lunch. Even if you're not a sushi fan, they have great cooked options, including steaks, chops, rice and noodles, and other Japanese dishes. It's fantastic. For reservations and information, go to kaizenflorida.com. Tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. Delicious Mexican food with innovative twists. Margaritas with a medley of tongue-tingling flavors. I'm talking about Taco Craft, Taqueria, and Tequila Bar. The place to go on Taco Tuesday and every day. It's located at 510 North Federal and Highway in Fort Lauderdale, and also in Lauderdale by the Sea at Plantation Walk, and soon in Coral Springs. Taco Craft has specials every day, including bottomless drinks for a Sunday brunch, and Taco Tuesdays with their $4 premium tacos, including their new burrito tacos with bone marrow broth. Oh, it's so good. They've even made a taco lover out of me, and they've got so much more, including fajitas, that open-faced smashed cheeseburger tortilla that's new, and a guacamole sampler that's an explosion of flavors. The kitchen is open late. There's delivery and takeout. For more information, go to tacocraft.com. Tell them Mike Mayo the Lunchbox sent you. A sophisticated setting. I'm talking about Corvina Seafood Grill. It's at 110 Plaza Real South in Boca Raton, just south of Palmetto Park Road. It's the place to go for the freshest and local seafood and fish, some of it with a Peruvian twist like their great ceviches. It's open 7 days for dinner. They also have happy hour 7 days a week. You don't want to miss it. It's a great place. CorvinaBocaRaton.com for more information and reservations. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you.
All right, we're back on the Burger Beast pop-up Saturday pop-up edition of the Lunchbox at Mojo Doughnuts in Miami. And talking about good places around here, I just got a text from our friend Harry Coleman over at Smoke and Dough.
Of course.
A little bit further west. I was there last week for the second time in as many months because...
you don't wait a second. You come to my part of town and you don't even call me?
So you want to piss him off?
It was a last-minute thing. Val had like one of her coworkers was a birthday, and they live down here.
I'm gonna have to start agreeing with all these people saying negative things about you.
They're usually true. I'm very antisocial.
Usually
very
true.
much of a very disagreeable figure.
That is very true.
But we do appreciate you having us out here
Your
today.
hat's back.
Oh, my hat's back. I would be remiss.
You
It's all
broke it,
torn
I mean,
up. I'm just a mess.
You are a mess.
It wouldn't be a Lunchbox show if I didn't give a quick shout out to our premier sponsors. And we want to thank the people at Casa D'Angelo, 3 locations, high-end, exquisite Italian food. You like Italian food,
Yeah,
right?
I would love to go there.
I
That might be
mean,
a cool
it's
spot.
great. They've got locations in Aventura, Boca Raton, and, of course, the premier flagship
Fort
location,
Lauderdale.
the original one, Fort Lauderdale,
Do they have
1208 North Federal Highway. Go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt.
Go
Finish
ahead.
the address. I'm sorry.
No, that's it.
No, I just wanted to say they got spaghetti or they got spaghetti like we do here in
They
Miami.
do. They got...
They have a lot. They're very high.
They got
elevated.
pappardelle. They got the fusilli. They got fresh house-made pastas. He is Angelo Ilia, true Italian, like
You
very.
Near here, we got Al Forno.
We got all
Italian
kinds
chef,
of stuff.
Does pizza. I have no idea how to order anything.
I might be hitting Frankie's Pizza on the way out. That's a place I've never been. But Casa D'Angelo, we appreciate you. J&C
Yes.
Oyster, we're going to be out there Wednesday at 4
Yeah,
p.m.
can't
for
wait.
their official ribbon cutting. That's downtown Hollywood's newest hotspot for great food. Our friend Chef Raheem Seeley, Drinking Pig Barbecue. Did you ever check that place out?
No, I still need to get it.
Okay, well, he's opened one up in Cleveland, and he's working on opening up a brick and mortar, hopefully also in Hollywood. But in the meantime, he has now developed this great seafood and other kind of creative stuff at J&C Oyster, 2035 Harrison Street in Hollywood. We'll be there Wednesday for also a live kind of happy hour
broadcast,
edition,
yeah.
4 to 5 p.m. And we want to give a shout out to Tropical Acres. They're open tonight. Get your steaks and great dinners all through the week.
Yeah, and they have the lobster special just at a different price.
Yeah,
right?
I think it's $44 tonight.
Still a
That's
great
about
price
Monday
for a
through
twin
Friday,
lobster special.
$39. You can't beat that. Twin lobsters with a salad inside. And, of course, visit Laurel Food and Wine. And who am I forgetting? Batch. How can I forget? Batch Southern
We were
Kitchen
there
and
this week.
Tap.
We were there
Another
2 days ago.
praiseworthy post on Let's Eat this morning. Those guys are just killing everybody with kindness. Great food, great drinks,
You
and
got like fried chicken.
premier
They have a great
Southern
burger.
hospitality.
Batch has a great burger.
They
do
do
have
have.
a
They do.
very
Good for
good
you.
Right?
That's-
I've been to the one down here.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Don't they
have
call
one
it the
down here.
Drunken South? Or they got a regular burger and then the
Yeah,
Dirty South?
They have the dirty stuff, but I think they do a burger that's not.
They do a regular
that
burger.
crazy.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I went there when they opened a couple times.
The
No, they do a
Biscayne
great
one?
job.
Yes.
Okay, there's one up in
We
Fort
go
Lauderdale.
for our one.
525
Fantastic.
North Federal Highway.
Great
We're there.
biscuits.
Here's the farmhouse barbecue guy.
There's Farmhouse Barbecue.
Nice.
Good job with the.
Want to
That's
say
good.
hi?
Let's eat
Want
it.
to
Eat
wave
it
at the
is great.
camera so you can say hi to your family?
Go around the back.
Say
Yeah, there you
hi
go.
to your
Wait.
family.
Farmhouse Barbecue. Where are they located? They're here. in-
They're at the MIA Brew House
Okay.
in Doral, and he's
Doral.
also got a trailer down in Florida City. At what's the name of the where you're in Florida City?
Exit one. What? I'm sorry. Exit one tap room. Exit one.
Exit one tap room. Must be exit one of the turnpike. Even I can figure that one out. Oh, good job. Beast.
Oh, he said they're sold out of the Esquite.
That's it. Esquite
Wow,
is
really?
done.
Well,
You
we're
got
the last one. Ha ha.
Bring the rest back
Taking
for
this to the
Shirley
wife.
there.
Yeah, we
Lubie.
love our street
All right,
food.
we'll see everybody tomorrow at
Monday.
Chick-fil-A Project 2025
You'll
special.
be there. I will not
Okay,
be.
That's a
Because
joke.
they piss me off every time on a Sunday. That's the only time I ever
Chick-fil-A's are
think of
not
Chick-fil-A.
open on Sunday.
They're always freaking closed on a Sunday.
They don't talk
Don't they
politics.
have a peach milkshake right now?
I think they
Probably,
might.
but they're closed on Sunday, so it would be useless anyways.
Oh, and Monday we'll be at our friend Eddie's
Prezzo.
Prezzo,
Looking
Boca
forward to it.
Raton. We're gonna have a nice Italian lunch. They do have spaghetti there.
They do
Spaghetti
a
and
great-
meatballs. They got a great chicken parm. Good comfort
Oh, that I
food
like.
Italian.
I like
Come
that.
on up to Boca if
We
you
should,
want.
if you have a chance,
We'll
yeah,
feed
Prezzo's
you.
great.
We'll go
and-
there as long as you to come back here. We go to a Cuban pizza place and get spaghetti.
So is that a thing?
Okay.
Spaghetti, yeah.
Cuban pizza.
Yeah.
Oh, once you bring that up, I got to ask you: Have
Yeah,
you ever
I
been
would
to
go.
Jollibee and have you had their spaghetti
Yeah.
with chopped up hot dogs?
Is that really a hot dog?
I don't know what it
That's
is.
very suspicious.
You know me, I'm
I
the
like Jollibee actually. I mean, I
I
don't
love
like
that-
I don't like the burger. I do like the chicken. A lot.
Jollibee is a Philippine fast food
Oh,
joint
yeah. Oh,
that
supposedly it's
opened up
amazing.
in Pembroke Pines. Fried chicken, very good. The spaghetti with the chopped up hot dogs, even I, as a weird food lover of Skyline chili and all kinds of things, I cannot recommend that
Skyline
dish.
chili's good though.
Skyline chili is the
You
bomb.
Don't say that out loud.
It's
Just-
so
of course,
good.
you would,
Good.
would agree with him.
They don't understand.
We have one by where I grew up.
When I was in Cincinnati, I was like at Gold Star. I was going to all the places that
Yeah.
serves that kind of
The
Cincinnati style chili.
The original one was like something Washington, Camp Washington
They have one in
chili, Gold
Sunrise
Star,
by where my parents live.
Yeah, there used to be two in Broward. I know. I think there's only one
There's
left.
one left. yeah.
Blue
University
something.
of Sunset Strip.
But I love. What's your order when you go to a Skyline?
Do you do the pasta though? You do the
Yeah,
spaghetti
that's
with all
the
the crap
whole
on
key
it?
to the
No,
whole thing.
I do the
when
chili cheese dog. I don't need all that other.
I also get very excited when they open that drawer and it's filled with the freshly shredded.
That's right. The whole
Oh, the whole
the
thing.
whole mound of the shredded cheddar. No, I get a wet sloppy 4-way with hold the beans,
Never
but
heard
I
that
like.
before.
Now
It's
that's
all the. It's almost all the
spaghetti,
That
stuff.
sounds like a deal.
chili, onions,
Onions.
extra chili, blanket of cheese, a little bit of hot sauce, oysterette crackers. You're talking good stuff. All right. We can't finish here at Mojo Doughnuts without having a little dessert. I chopped up a creme brulee donut. I slathered
Guava
some of the
marmalade.
great Redland guava marmalade from down in Redland. And I'm going to try to do a big bite. It's going to get ugly here, folks. Enjoy
Uglier.
every. Yeah. Touche. Enjoy every burger. Enjoy every donut. Enjoy every sandwich. We'll see you Monday at Present.
Oh my God, you ate the whole thing. You ate a whole half a donut. Oh, don't die, please.